This is the entrance to Muthurajawela.
Yes, this is actually, we are in Muthurajawela, but the entry point towards the wetland is on this side. If you see now, it creates islands here, and these patches are shelter for the land animals who lives close to lagoons.
Right.
And as we know, mangroves also create soil, and it creates soil at a faster speed than anything else. Also, the fact that it is able to absorb a lot of the pollutants. If you see, the Hamilton Canal is so polluted.
It wasn't like that 10 years ago.
Wasn't like that 10, 15 years, yes.
So is this Ramsar protected?
This is not Ramsar protected,
Okay.
and most part of Muthurajawela is not protected either under Central Environmental Authority as a environmentally sensitive area, or if not under agrarian or any other department as unprotected area. Only the area belongs to the Department of Wildlife Conservation is protected.
Right.
Although the fact that some of it is also being encroached, and there are several activities happening in that area as well, which needs a strict regulation, strict monitoring and strict enforcement in order to protect what is remaining here.
This is obviously a very valuable place for our biodiversity. Can you tell us the extent of the biodiversity here, and how many species of different animals and plants?
Yes, wetlands are always the most biodiverse ecosystems anywhere in the world. Before I go into the specific details related to Muthurajawela, I must also state the fact that wetlands are the main ecosystems anywhere in the world, and we have as a country realized this. Therefore, we have a zero mangrove deforestation policy. Great policy. Yet another great policy. But when it comes to implementation, enforcement, we see as most of the other policies, the policy is not being implemented properly. Having said that, mangroves are a part and parcel of any wetland ecosystem. Mangroves are considered the most the forest type that sinks more carbon than anything else. So it can absorb more carbon, and therefore it grows very well. And also the fact that mangroves provide a lot of food to the various species, land and aquatic species, and therefore it is contributing immensely to the biodiversity. It also, mangroves are also helping the climate change in terms of carbon absorption and disaster risk reduction when it comes to flooding and other types of activities. And specifically speaking about Muthurajawela has about 194 plant species. Now that is a very big biodiversity for a wetland like Muthurajawela, and it also has about 210 fauna species, that is animal species, small and medium scale animals, and large animals too. And also the fact that we have about, or rather Muthurajawela has more than 50 species of butterflies, and it has various types of fish, 41 species of fish. Now 41 species of fish here is also a great number, because it's a big fish diversity. So looking at Muthurajawela, it has a highly diverse mangrove, highly diverse fish, and highly diverse flora and fauna diversity altogether, and therefore it's very important. And the fact also remains that it's been a very dense mangrove ecosystem. It regulates a lot of flooding that can happen in Colombo, and we will be speaking about other services of Muthurajawela very soon. One additional fact, which is about fishing. There are a lot of communities depending on Muthurajawela, mainly on fishing and the lagoon itself, Nigambu Lagoon, and
So this biodiversity is essential.
Biodiversity is essential, and for fish and for prawns and other species that you fish, their breeding grounds are these mangroves. So if these mangroves are gone, if the wetland is gone, the fishing community will be the most hit.
So Muthurajawela, obviously, as we all know, is one of the most important wetlands of Sri Lanka.
Most important from the history, it's one of the most important wetlands in the country.
So it's been a very interesting trip to Muthurajawela today. I've been here before, of course, but coming after many years. And of course, it's amazingly beautiful. It's very important to Sri Lanka, and it's a wetland that we all need to protect because it's important. I think we explained many reasons why it's important for Sri Lanka. There are many things that need to be done, of course, to protect it. New policies, new laws need to be created. The existing laws need to be strengthened. Currently existing policies and laws need to be enforced, which is not happening. There are lands being taken over which need to be looked at more closely, and also there's the garbage dump close by, which something needs to be done before more and more of that waste starts seeping in. People used to swim here not even more than I think 10 years ago, up to about 10 years ago even. Of course you can't do that today because it's quite polluted. There's a lot of garbage that you see on the edges of the canal. The wildlife officers and other officials need to be given the strength, the facilities and the power to enforce the laws. They have a lot of difficulty in that area as well. So these are some of the things that really need to be addressed so that we protect this incredibly valuable asset of ours, which is Muthurajawela wetland, and the same goes for other wetlands as well across the country.